Mary-Lucille Baker chats with David Fryatt, Conscious Living 2014, Sydney.
I think living a conscious life is caring about the relationships you have with people. It's caring about the relationships you have with animals, and it's caring about the relationships that you have with the planet. I think being as aware as you can of how what you're doing is affecting other people and other things and your environment, and I think trying to be kind to people, I think, is one of the best things that you can do, and to be as happy as you can be. Back to a time when I was about 9 or 10. I was very badly burnt in an accident, a fire. My dad had been preparing a barbecue at the back of our house. He asked my sister and myself to go out and get some wood for the fire. We put the wood on it for the little barbecue and it wouldn't light. So Dad went and got some metho and poured it on, and the whole thing blew up in my face, unfortunately, and I ended up with losing my ends of my fingers on this hand and quite badly burnt my body. Lucky though, my dad and mum had taught me to play the piano, and I was learning the violin. And while I was in hospital, there was a girl named Carly Kidd who came to play the guitar for me. She was only a couple of years older than me, and I was lying in my bed quite unwell with very badly burnt fingers and pins in my fingers. I couldn't move them. And she came and played the classical guitar, and I just fell in love with it at that very moment. And from then I knew I had to learn the guitar. Had an extraordinary situation where I came out of hospital for a few days, and there was a lady named Jan Carter and Alfred Alexander who were playing the guitar in a concert, and my mum and dad took me along to the concert. I really wanted to go. We sat in the front row, and just extraordinary guitarists, and I went up to Jan afterwards and I said to her, "Jan, do you think I'd be able to play the guitar?" And I showed her my hands, and she said, "Oh, not a problem. Just find yourself a good classical guitarist and a classical guitar teacher and you'll be fine." I said, "No problem." So I went back and had all my pins out of my fingers, had a whole heap of work done. I went back to my little school. I was in year 6, and about 2 days after, there was a new teacher who had arrived at the school, and he was a classical guitar teacher. So I started at that moment learning with him, and I was, as I say, at the age of 10. Jan Carter, funnily enough, I found this guitar teacher. He taught me to play the classical guitar. I went off and did a whole heap of lessons. I found another guitar teacher. My mum was very good with that, and I put my name down to do 7th grade classical guitar when I was 17. I did it for my HSC, and my examiner was Jan Carter. She and I just got on like a house on fire. She did my exam for me, and then I went down and started to learn classical guitar from her. When I went to university, I ended up going down to Macquarie University, and then I learnt with her for about 3 or 4 years in Sydney. And she put me through my 8th grade in my Associate of Music. The opportunities that I've had to play in various places. I first started when I was quite young, when I came down to Sydney, and I'd just done my Associate of Music, and I managed to get a part in The Man of La Mancha playing classical guitar. It was a players' theatre, and that was lots of fun when I started that. And from then I went in competition. I started recording my first album in 1999, and from there I've recorded 3 albums of classical guitar music, and I took off for a tour around England and Scotland and Ireland, and, doing impromptu concerts and busking and playing for people that I'd met. I think the guitar gave us a really good introduction to the people that we met. Yeah, so I've taken the guitar to Barcelona. I've played there. I've played throughout down to Madrid. Learnt an awful lot from the guys there, extraordinary players. And yeah, I think that it's for me it's like part of my character, and I express myself through my music. See the Dalai Lama some years ago. He was talking about the art of happiness, and I think that's one of the things that people sometimes forget, that what is the point of life? Is it, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to attain a goal, or are we trying to attain a state? And I think if you can be reasonably happy every day, that's good, but as long as you don't hurt other people and you're kind to other people and other beings and the planet, as I say, trying to eat organically, trying to not be wasteful, trying to keep your energy footprint as low as you can. I think all those things come into what I would say living consciously, and being open to new things that are happening around you. Being here at this expo has been extraordinary. All the new ideas that people are exploring, you've got to keep looking at them and thinking, well, perhaps that is something that I can adopt into my life. But when you start looking at most of those ideas, they've been around not for 5 years, 10 years, but often thousands of years. We just haven't realised how good they are.